Are you doing the program?
Yes, ma'am.
So after completion, just respond in the chat box, okay? Abhijit Anandan. So I'm waiting for 5 minutes more. After that, we'll see the program. Okay, anybody else has done this program? Okay, Abhijit, you share your screen so that they will get the idea how to do it. Abhijit Anand,
Yes, ma'am.
share your screen.
Okay, ma'am. Is this visible?
Yes, it is visible. Okay, you explain.
Yes, ma'am. So,
First you show the output, then you explain.
okay, ma'am.
Yes.
This is what we have to do now.
Summation I asked. Then you have to do the summation. Okay, fine. So after that you can easily do the summation.
Oh,
Okay.
summation of
Whole part and the fractional part.
that will give this number only. Means we have to do the summation of integer and decimal part.
Yes.
We have
Okay. You first show how you have done. So this part you can do it. Okay. So after you getting the whole part, fractional part, you can do it. So first you show how you have done. Separated these two.
okay. Okay, so I have taken the input in the decimal in a form of decimal, and then I using the typecasting, I separated the integer part. So like in this example, 23.54, the integer part is separated first like 23. When we typecast 23.54, it will give us 23. So the integer part is separated, and I printed that. And for the decimal part, I simply subtracted 23.54
Minus.
minus 23.
Okay. Then now how we can do the summation of this integer part, whole part and the fractional part?
Means adding these both again. Numbering.
No. Actually, the question is summation of whole part and fractional part means you have to find out it like 23, not 0.54. It is 54. Okay. It is like 23 and 54. Then you have to add these two.
Okay. Okay. Means
Understood?
got it, ma'am. 23 plus 54. That
Yes,
will be there.
yes.
Okay, we'll do it, ma'am.
Okay, do it.
Ma'am.
Okay, you start sharing a
Ma'am,
bit.
we
Do
had
it.
to take input as a string now, ma'am.
Okay. In that question, yes, Abhijit. I asked to take input as string.
Oh, okay, ma'am. I missed that. I will do it.
I'm reading out the question again. Write a program whose read a real number as a string and find out the summation of the whole part and fractional part of the real number. Okay, that's why I told you to write the question. Write a program which read a real number as a string and find out the summation of the whole part and fraction part of the real number. Nishchay, have you done?
No, ma'am. I have only done of whole part, not the fraction one.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I share?
Yes, you share. Okay. Okay, you explain your program.
For separating, I have taken the dot index of to find the dot position of dot. Then from that I can
Then
distinguish the decimal part and the whole part.
okay.
Then I have added.
Tell me one thing. Yes, Siddhant, very good. I'm asking to all. So all of you know this methods, index of substring method. Who doesn't know, just respond in a chat box or raise your hand. Who doesn't know the substring method, index of method? So all of you know, na? So what is the work of this index of method?
It gives the position, character position.
Yes,
It gives
index
the index
index
position of a
position. Yes.
specified character.
So 364.52 means it will return you the index position of dot. Okay. So that's what he is doing here. So dot का index position क्या होगा? 3 का होगा 0, 6 का 1, 4 का 2, dot का 5. Sorry 0 1 2 3 4 का dot का 3 होगा ना? 0 1 2
Yes, ma'am.
3.
3.
Yes. So 3. Okay. So this index of method will return 3. Okay. Then you explain, Siddhant. Then why
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have used this percent, then 0 comma, what you have written? P. Yes.
P I have stored the index of
Index.
dot.
Yes.
Then substring
What
will
is
help
the
to
yes. Explain. Substring will help.
to get 364 from 0 to we can get up to dot position that will be stored in A.
Yes, good.
And in B, after the dot position, P plus 1, from there we will go up to the end. So the fractional part we can store in B, and in the final display part we can just add.
Yes, very good. All of you understood? See, in substring method, 0 comma P. So 0 is your 3. P is your, sorry, 0 is in the 0th index position, 3 is there. Okay. And P index value is 3. So it is 0 to 3. So in 0 to 3 means 3, 6, 4, 3. 0 to 3 means I told you in the last class, the last index minus 1 up to that it will take. So 3, 6, 4 it will take. So now using this %, you can convert it to integer type. Okay. So that 364 will be stored in this A. Similar way, so next is 52. So 52 means P plus 1. Okay. So here, so simply you give one position, one index position means here it will take the up to the end. Okay. So here it will take you 52. So 52 will be stored in B. Then the summation. So simply it is your A plus B. Okay. If anybody has done in any other way, so for that, so that's why I told you you do this % value of all these methods. Okay, you can easily recall which method should be used here. And two extra method he has used, that is the substring and indexer method. If you don't know, then I'll explain all these two methods with example. Otherwise, if you know, you can use it. Okay, Siddhant, you stop sharing. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, anybody else has done? So if you have not done, then you got the logic how to do it, what methods you can use. So you can do it now, I think. So we'll move to the next concept. Okay. One thing I left here, that is your enum. Okay. String we discussed. Array, you know, no need to discuss array again. You know how to initialize array. Okay. So arrays are treated as object in your Java 1. So here we how you can assign the size to array. So here is the int one array. This array name is one array, and how to assign the size, one array equal to new int. So using this new keyword you can assign the array size. Okay, then here it is one by one, it is taking the value for the index position 0 1 2 3 4, or you can use the for loop, then it is printing the values. Okay, directly also you can initialize the values in this way. So if you initialize in this way, no need of that new keyword or assigning the size, directly you can initialize this way. Okay, so this is good if you are using small quantities or small number of small quantities of values. Okay, 3 4 values, then it is fine. Otherwise you declare in this way size, then use the for loop. Similarly, for multi-dimensional arrays, okay. So for multi-dimensional array, you have to use two for two dimension. Okay, for two dimension, you have to use two pair of square brackets. Okay, and here how these values are initialized at this compile time. So for the first dimension, this initials or these values are initialized. For the second one, these are initialized. Okay, then how can you access it? Row column. The first dimension shows the rows index, second shows the column index 0 0 1 0. So in 0 0 means here it is 0 0 means in 0th index position listed is there, and in the second 0 means in column, that is Alan is there. Okay, so you can see Mr. Alan, Miss Janice. Okay, like this. I think all these things you know. If you don't know, then I'll explain from scratch. Otherwise, I think these things you know. Then there is a method array copy. Okay. So using the array copy method, you can copy the content of one array from the mentioned starting position to the destination array position. Okay. Using the array copy, okay, you do one thing, you do this program first, then you do the second one, just for revision purpose. This one is a simple one, you can do it. You do this program, this two-dimensional array of string type. Just do this one, this program. Execute this one. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you print 1 2 value, 1 2 index position value.
Error is there.
What error it is showing?
Array index out of bound exception.
Yes, because 2 value only we have taken for the. Okay, so how it is storing? So first it is taking Mr. Mistress, and so this is like so when it is stores in multi-dimensional array, it is row wise. Okay, first fill up the first row, then it is storing like this. What are the names? Alan, Janice. Okay. So when you are concatenating 0 0, so how the index positions? So the index positions are like this. So this is 0th row. This is your first row according to the index position. This is 0th column, first column, and your second column. Okay, the first row, not it is looking. Okay. So 0 0 index position. Okay, so 0 0 means your Mr. 0 1 means mistress. 0 2 means MS. Okay, miss. Then 1 0 Alan, 1 1 Janice, 1 2 here no value is provided here. Okay, so in case of your string, actually it takes null. Okay, if you are not providing on for integer, it will take 0. If you are not initializing integer array, then it will take 0. Okay. So when we are writing like this 0 0, so 0 in 0 0 index position Mr. is there, and 1 0 index position 1 0 index position means Alan is there. Okay, we are concatenating these two, so Mr. Alan is showing. So this way it is showing. So you do one thing. You do the same. Okay, you do the same using for loop. You do the same program using for loop. Means don't initialize this one. Take these inputs at the runtime. Load the value. This Mr. Mistress. This one. At runtime, you take the value and show the values of your matrix using for loop. ये वाला करो.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
Yes, ma'am.
okay. और किसी ने किया ये प्रोग्राम?
मैम फॉर लूप में नहीं हुआ, बिना फॉर लूप में हो रहा.
बिना फॉलो किए होता है. Okay, Siddhant, you shared your screen first, then Soumya will share.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I asked to do that. Take the input at runtime. Okay, and use the for loop also. Okay, we'll see. So here it is. You have initialized at compile time. Then using the for loop. So outer for loop is for your row. Inner for loop is for your column. So nm dot length up to nm dot length size, it will the loop will continue. So first time it is I0 J0. So this way you can display the values. Okay. Next time I0 J1. So inner for loop value will get incremented. So when it will reach at the length or the size, then it will come out from the inner for loop. Then outer for loop I value will be incremented. So it will how this will display I0 J0 00 value, then I0 J1. Okay, how many values you have taken? Two na. Okay, then I0 J1. So after this inner for loop, now the inner for loop will stop there because it will be become your greater than nm length. Okay, so that's why it will come to the outer for loop. In the outer for loop, I value will get incremented. I value will be 1. Then j value again start with 0. Okay, 1 0 1 1. So this way it will print. Okay. But I told you that you have to take the value at runtime, Siddhant.
Ma'am, means at the runtime.
Runtime means you will enter the values like this. Here,
Manually.
yes, manually means here you have mentioned at the compile time, you have mentioned these are the value. So you will ask the user, enter the names or like that. Whatever value you are using here, alpha, money, that one. So that you will enter according to the user choice. What user will enter? Enter the names the user will enter at that time.
Ma'am, then user will also decide the row and the column.
So that also you can take row size, column size. Otherwise, you can see in different way you can do. If you are fixing the row size, column size, then you can ask enter 3 values or 4 values. Like that you have to mention. Otherwise, you can at the runtime you take enter the row size, enter the column size, then you enter the value. Understood?
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, you stop sharing. Soumya, you share.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. Okay, you are showing the book program.
Yes, ma'am. I haven't done using for loop.
Okay. Why you have not done?
I couldn't. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. That's why.
No. Actually, why I am asking, I want to know means you can do but you have not done. That is the thing, or you
Ma'am, I
can't do.
don't know how to do. I can do it. That's why I haven't done.
Oh, you can do it.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. You stop sharing.
Okay, ma'am.
So anybody else can't do. मतलब पता नहीं है कैसे करना है, ये ऐसा कंडीशन और ऐसा सिचुएशन है क्या? शुभम कुमार. Okay, Shubham, you share your screen. Can you increase your font size? Yes. Okay. Subham, you explain your program. Acha, mic problem is there. Okay. So you have taken A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, okay. A, B, C, D, E, D. That value you have taken, okay. So all of you just see size he has declared, yes. So size he has declared 2, 3, okay. 2 rows, 3 columns, okay. 2 rows, 3 columns. Now using the scanner class, he is taking the values. So 2 rows of first out. So when we are using multi-dimensional array or 2-dimensional array, that is the 2-dimensional array is your matrix. So we have how the values are stored. The values are stored row wise. Okay. So here when the row wise, so it is taking row wise. Okay. So row wise means what? First row will be completed, then second row will be completed. So first row, but columns are 3. So when the 3 values will be filled in the first row, next values will be stored in the second row. Okay. So this is to for loop. Why we are using the first outer for loop to read the row, then inner for loop to read the columns. Okay. So in how these nested for loops are executed, the inner for loop will be executed, means for one value of the outer for loop, inner for loop will execute completely till its condition satisfies. Okay. First, compiler will your control will come to the first for loop, outer for loop, that is I value 0. So I value will be initialized with 0. Then we'll check for the condition 0 is less than 2. Yes. Then what it will do after condition checking, it will enter into the body of the for loop. I will not be executed. Okay. So after condition checking, it will enter into the outer for loop body. So in the outer for loop body, another for loop is there, inner for loop. So that will get executed. So in the inner for loop, J value is 0. Then it will check the condition. 0 is less than 3. Why we are taking 3? Because 3 is the column size. 3 number of columns. So 0 is less than your 3. So what next? So when the condition is true, it will enter into the body of this inner for loop. Okay. J++ will not be done there. So condition is true. So then it will enter into the body of the inner for loop. So in the body of the inner for loop, what is written? Name ij. Name is the matrix name or 2-dimensional array name of array name. Okay, he has given. So name ij. So I value is 0, j value is 0. So in the 0, 0 index position, what we will store? So as we are taking here the string, so you can use the next method of your scanner class. So in dot next. Okay. So what is in? In is the object of this scanner class. So scanner in equal to new scanner. So that's why in is written here. So in dot next. So first string you will enter. So that will be stored in the 0th index position, 0, 0 index position. So after this line, when your control will get this, so after this line, when your control will get this curly bracket, end curly bracket, then it will, means it is saying the control that it is the end of this inner for loop body. So what it will do, it will move to the increment part of the inner for loop. So j value will get incremented, that will be your 1. So now j value will be 1. So what it will do, it will check the condition 1 less than, so in the backward it will now go. So 1 less than 3, yes, 1 less than 3, then enter into the body. So what it will do? Name ij. So I value remains 0. We have not incremented I value. I value 0, j value 1. So in the 0, 1 index position means in the second column, it will store the next string. Okay. Then again, control will get this end curly bracket of the inner for loop. It will go to the increment part. So j value will be incremented to 2. Okay. So 2 is less than 3. Condition true. Again enter into the body of the inner for loop. So next value it will get, it will store in I value 0, j value 2. In the 0, 2 position, it will store the next value. Then again, j value will be incremented. J value will be 3. So 3 less than 3. Okay. So now the condition is false. Condition false. So it will come out from the inner for loop. Now it will go to the outer for loop. So in the outer for loop, I value will get incremented. I value will be 1. 1 less than 2. Yes. Okay. So what it will do? Condition is true. Enter into the outer for loop body part. Okay. So for int j, again j value will be initialized with 0. So it will go up to j value 2. Okay. So with I value 1, it will go up to j value 2. So now it will be your I1 j0, I1 j1, I1 j2. So when j value will be 3, condition will be false. So after this, the second row is now filled. Then I press plus. So I value will be your 2. So 2 less than 2, condition false. It will come out from the outer for loop. So this way, 2 rows are filled now. So after this, using the same for loop condition, here you are taking the values. Now you just print the values. Okay, system.out.print. Simply print name ij. Okay. So this way, using your at runtime, you can take the values, and using for loop, you can print the values using your matrix. Okay. किसको समझ में नहीं आया? अच्छा, ये पहला वाला है. तुम एक काम करो शुभम, लीव करके फिर से ज्वाइन कर जाओ, फिर माइक काम करेगा. वो मेरा भी प्रॉब्लम होता है बीच बीच में. मीटिंग से लीव कर जाओ, फिर से रीजॉइन कर जाओ, तो माइक प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगा. Okay, so Soumya,
Yes, ma'am.
you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is your problem? Means how to take the string values at the runtime or the nested for loop?
Ma'am, how to take the string value? That I didn't
Okay,
get. That's why I didn't it.
okay, okay. Okay, so here we'll take 10 minutes of break. After that, we'll see the next concept, that is the enum type. See, if anybody is having any, like, I'm considering that you know the array and you can do the program. I'm just skipping that part, just telling the concept, going to the next, okay? Because these things, mainly we focus on the collection framework, generic class, all those. So this is like one revision. That's why what I'm thinking, that array, already as you have done 2 semester and data structures already you have read, and I think that you know all this. So if anybody is having any problem at any point, or you have forgotten, you just stop me. Okay, ma'am, actually we forgot this one, you explain this concept again. So you do it, okay? Otherwise, what I am thinking, I'll do that. That's array, variable declaration, no need to explain it again. I'm just moving to the next concept. If you forgotten or if you have doubt, then you just stop me at that point. Okay. Okay, you take 10 minutes of break now, then we'll move to the next concept. Okay, so all of you are present now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there is one example. Uh, use of this array copy method. Okay, the array copy method, what it does, it copies one array content to another array. Okay, and you can mention the index values also. From the first array, from which index position you want to copy, and in the destination array, from means how many elements are from which position to which position you want to paste it. Okay. So here, one array is two character arrays are given. One is your one array name is your copy source, and second array name is your copy destination. So FGO, some single characters are there. Now the second array is initialized with the size 3. So use array copy. So this is the method of this system class. So system dot array copy, then copy source. This source array is mentioned here. Then from which position you want to copy. From first index position we want to copy. First index position means 0, 1 from the second element. Okay, from G. Copy destination array and 0 to 3. Okay. So what it will copy from first index position 1, destination 0 to 3. So it means 3 element will be copied. So G, O, D will be copied. Okay. So you can see the output is GOD. Okay, because it starts copying from the first index position, then copied to destination 0 to 3. Okay, so 0 to 3 means 3 elements will be copied. So GOD will be copied. Okay, so where it is stored? It is stored in the copy destination this array. So here it is directly. So instead of writing one line, creating the object of this one, so directly it is printing this one like this. So new string copy destination. Okay. So you execute this program. then
What's the meaning of 0,3?
0,3 from 0 is your starting index of your second array. Okay, and 3 is 3 elements it will copy.
If you'll put 1, then
If you want, then it will take 1. You just try how many elements it is copy.
yes, ma'am.
1 element it is copying now. If you give 0,1,
Zero comma 1, only 1 element.
yes. All of you have done this?
1,5 it's giving error.
Ma'am, 1,3 also error.
See, you have taken, what is the size you have taken of the destination array, that also you see. New character 3 you have written, na? So accordingly you have to give, so any number you can write there. You just increase the size of the say destination array, then you can write.
How to calculate the limitation? How to know that up to which point it will be limited?
According to the size ना, यहाँ पे तुमने थ्री न्यू कैरेक्टर 3 डेस्टिनेशन का साइज क्या लिया है? 3 लिया है ना? 3 लिया है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो जो तो 3 से ज्यादा अगर तुम लोगे तो वो नहीं लेगा. You just share your screen.
मैम 3 से कम तो लेगा ना?
रुको. Length actually it takes. That is the length. अच्छा दिखाओ, तुम स्क्रीन शेयर करो. कौन करेगा? अर्नव करोगे? अर्नव अभी किसने क्वेश्चन किया? 3 से कम लेगा. अर्नव, शेयर योर स्क्रीन.
यस मैम.
हाँ,
मैम ये
0 to copy
3.
source. हाँ, 0 to 3. तुम क्या बोल रहे हो? 0 to 1.
1 to 3 नहीं होगा ये?
1 to 3. 1 to 3 करो. 1 to 1, yes, 1 to 3 करो.
एरर आ गया मैम.
See,
Out of-
actually, that is your index position and length. That 1 3 we are taking the starting index position. अच्छा 1 0 0 2 करो, 0 2 करो,
02.
0 2 3 को 2 करो.
अच्छा. GUI.
जियो आ गया. So first, okay, 1 से 1 2 करो.
मैम ये तो होगा ही नहीं ना. 1 से.
हाँ 1 2 मतलब हमारे हिसाब से 1 होना चाहिए ना.
हाँ हो रहा है.
1 copy destination 1 2.
आ गया मैम. GU.
1 1 2 1 3.
एरर आ रहा है.
तो 3 जो 2 3 हम ले रहे हैं वो साइज को ले रहे हैं. ठीक है, मतलब नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स. तो 3 जब नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स 1 से बोलेगा तो हमने साइज यहाँ पे डिक्लेयर क्या हुआ है 3. तो 0 1 2 इंडेक्स पोजीशन कहाँ तक है डेस्टिनेशन एरे का 0 1 2. अब 1 से 3 हम कर रहे हैं तो वो 1 2 थर्ड इंडेक्स में एक एलिमेंट रखेगा. समझ में आ रहा है क्या बोल रहे हो? ये जो 2 हम मेंशन कर रहे हैं स्टार्टिंग इंडेक्स पोजीशन और 3 जो है नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स. अंडरस्टूड? ये जो 2 इंटीजर हम एंटर कर रहे हैं, फर्स्ट इंटीजर है कि डेस्टिनेशन एरे का किस पोजीशन से तुम रखना चाहते हो, और 3 जो है सेकेंड आर्गुमेंट जो है वो है कि कितना एलिमेंट रखना चाहते हो. तो 1 3 हम देते हैं जब, तो 1 इंडेक्स पोजीशन से 3 एलिमेंट पर साइज. अच्छा यहाँ पे साइज तुम 4 कर दो, न्यू कैरेक्टर 4 कर दो. हाँ अब रन करो. आया? ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड. तो डेस्टिनेशन में क्या हो रहा है, स्टार्टिंग इंडेक्स पोजीशन कहाँ से रखना चाहते हो और कितना एलिमेंट रखना चाहते हो. सो दैट इज द सेकेंड आर्गुमेंट. तो जब इंडेक्स पोजीशन नहीं है तो वो इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ बाउंड दिखा रहा है. ओके.
Yes, very good.
So next is your enum type. So enum in enum. So what is this enum? So enum is in your C language, is in your C++, also in your Java language. Okay. So what is this enum? So enum, using this enum, we can create our own data type. Okay, like we have integer predefined data types, integer, float, double. Similarly, we can create our own data type that is of enum type. Okay, like we are writing int a, then we can write, suppose I'll create enum day. Okay, then I can write day a or day 1, day 2. So in this case, day is the data type, 1 2 are the variable of the day type. So we can create our own data type. And what is this enum? Enum contains a predefined named constant values. Okay, like unlike we are writing int a and a value whatever we can give. Okay, whatever is in the int range, what is the int range? So in that range, whatever value we can give. But in case of your enum, some defined values are there. Whatever value we define initially, it will take the values from that only. Okay, suppose I'll write enum week, enum week, and values are enum day, and I'll write the values Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so if I want to use the values, then I'll write enum day, these values, let's say D1. So in the D1 only I can assign the values from that 7 days only. Okay, if I have mentioned 3 days only, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then D1 I can initialize either with Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, not with the Wednesday, because in that enum I have not defined it. Okay. Now how to write this, what is the syntax and how we'll write this one, that I am going to show you. So enum declaration you can do outside a class or inside a class. Okay. So you have to declare enum with the keyword enum. Let's say I'll write enum day. In there I'll write Sunday. So these are named constants. Okay. Monday, Tuesday. Okay. So this way, the last one you have to put semicolon over here. Then, so this is I am showing outside the class. Okay, so I'll write after this. Okay, class test. Linear public static void main. Okay, JD1 day dot Sunday. Okay, this way you can initialize system.out.println, then D1. See, why we use this enum type. First thing, you can create your own data type, and the second thing that in your large projects, okay, suppose you are doing college automation system, directly using this name, so and you don't want to change these values. Okay, you don't want to change these values. These values should be constant throughout your project. So instead of writing the values without taking like 0, 1, 2, 3 numbering some code or something else, you can directly use the values with like computer science, in IT, civil. Okay, so these values you can define in your enum and throughout the program you can use it. Okay, for user readability purpose also enum gives a help in that regard also, and for making your values throughout the program constant, that also you can use enum type. Okay, and if you want to keep this one inside your class, so simply what you will do, just put this line. Okay, just put this line inside this test class. So two way you can define this enum. इस लाइन को क्या करोगे, अभी इसके अंदर डाल देना है, क्लास टेस्ट के अंदर इसको लिख दो अगर इसके अंदर लाना चाहते हो. Okay. And internally how this enum day is converted internally, it is how it is internally represented. It is represented like this. So actually it is represented like a class. Okay, this is implemented, this enum are implemented using a class. This is like class day. Then what are the type of this values constant? The type of the signature of this is public static final. Okay, so that's why with this day name, okay, with this class name we are accessing these values as it is static, and these are the constant, that's why this is final. So internally this is your public static final, then day, one line it is. Okay, I'm just writing in this public static final day, day Sunday equal to new day. So these constants are defined like this internally. This is not your work. Okay, this is not your task. You don't write all this. I'm just showing you how these values are represented internally, so that it is working like this. Okay, it is constant because it is final. It is, we are using this day name because this is just static. And why this day name? Because day is represented using a class. Okay, so this say these values are initialized and these are actually a constant, but this is actually object. So that's why day Sunday equal to new day. This way they are created. This is for only to remember, for your knowledge I am telling you this one, but in your program you don't write like this. Okay, अगर प्रोग्राम में ऐसे लिखना है तो फिर एनम का क्या यूज है. ओके, ये ऐसे डिफाइन हुआ है तभी हम इसको ऐसे यूज कर पा रहे हैं. ओके, अंडरस्टूड. So you just execute this simple program, execute this one. Okay, so your every enum constant represents an object of type enum. Okay. Have you used enum before? पहले enum यूज किए हो?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So where we, so if you know the values at runtime, whatever, sorry, at compile time, like suppose you are doing some program on calendar, you know what are the days, okay, what are the months. So in that case, you can declare day, month as the enum, and you can declare the values. Like I told you, suppose you are doing some college automation system and you know what are the departments, and departments are fixed, the names are fixed, like weeks, days are fixed, the names are fixed. So if in that case, such cases, you can directly use the enum. Okay. So you remember few points. That first thing, enum is internally implemented by using class. Okay, enum internally implemented using class. Okay. Then every enum constant represents an object of type enum. Okay, like this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever we have written. So every enum constants represents an object of type enum. Then and these objects are static final. Okay, so that also, these 6 you just remember. These constants are static final. Executed this program.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here in your book, it is showing different car types. Okay, public enum, car types, sports, sedan, so hatchback. Okay, mini, hybrid. So all these class types are defined. Okay. So here is one example. In your switch case also, you can use enum type. So how it is using? The public class enum example, it is a class name. Then car types. So you'll see how it is used. See, first you have defined this one, enum car types, this one. Okay. Then it is using these car types. So just creating the car type object, car types. Then public enum example. This is the constructor. In this constructor, this enum object is passed. Okay, enum object is taken as the argument. Car types. Then this dot car types equal to car types. Okay, you do one thing. You first do a simple example, then you do this one. I'll show you one. This is also simple. You just see. Then what it is doing? It is defining one method, car features. In this method, it is taking this car types as the argument. Okay. Then what are the cases? The constant values. These sports, then these are the cases. Okay, like we are taking case 1, 2, 3, or case A, B, C, D. So here instead of that, you just write the constants. So case sport, whatever the different car type, these are written. So case sport. So here it is printed stylish car with power. Okay, so it is just writing the feature of all this car in the println statement. So case hybrid, economical, as partially runs on battery power, like this. So all these things are defined here. And for hatchback and this SUV, for these two, the common feature is rear door swing. So that's why for hatchback, another system out println not written. After these two cases, this line is written, then the break statement. Okay. And in default, you know the switch case syntax? Yes. So in the default, simply it is printing just a car, then break statement. Now what it is doing? Enum example, class name, car1, object of the enum example means it is the class name. Okay, don't confuse. Enum type name is car types. Your class name is enum example. The enum example, its object is car1, new enum example. What it is taking? Car types dot sport. Okay, so car type is like we have written day d1. Okay, in this example we have written here day d1, then we are writing day dot sunday. So that's what here it is written. So in place of day d1, it is writing car type. Okay, so here you can see car type sport. Okay, so car types day d1 equal to what you have written, day dot sunday. So this is how we are accessing the value day dot sunday. So here it is accessing car types dot sport. Okay, so that is your day, this is your day, this is your sunday. So this is your car types, this is your sport. So this value is passed to this enum example constructor. Here is the enum example constructor. Okay, so in this examples, car types means sport is passed to here. See, you can see, so names are confusing. Here car type is the enum type, C is capital. Here C is small. So simply you can take types. Okay, you just forget about this car word. So you can write like this, car types or car types T, like this. Okay, so don't confuse with these two names. Two names are same, but here C is capital, C is small. Okay, so this is simply car type variable, like we are writing int a. Okay, this is like that, car types T. Let's say it is car types T, like that. So in this car types, what value is assigned? Sport is assigned. So this dot car types में क्या आ गया? स्पोर्ट आ गया. तो स्पोर्ट आ गया तो स्विच कार टाइप्स, तो यहाँ पे क्या है? स्पोर्ट्स है. तो वो किस केस को मैच करेगा? इसको मैच करेगा. इसको मैच करेगा तो क्या प्रिंट करेगा? ये लाइन प्रिंट करेगा, stylish car with power. So you can see first line, stylish car with power. Then accordingly that hatchback is passed. तो hatchback आ गया यहाँ पे, कार टाइप्स में hatchback आ गया, hatchback इस केस को. तो फिर इसमें क्या लाइन है? ये वाला लाइन है, तो ये प्रिंट करेगा. ये प्रिंट हो गया. फिर थर्ड में क्या पास कर रहा है? मिनी को पास कर रहा है. तो मिनी आ गया इधर. ओके, मिनी आ गया एक्चुअली यहाँ पे, यहाँ चले जो गया इसमें, फिर इसमें ओके ऐप यहाँ पे आ गया. ये आज मिनी कहाँ पे? मिनी नहीं है, नहीं मिनी नहीं है, तो क्या एग्जीक्यूट होगा? डिफॉल्ट में जस्ट ए कार. तो जस्ट ए कार. अंडरस्टूड दिस एग्जाम्पल and the syntax, how it is written, how we can use enum in your switch case? Yes or no? अच्छा ठीक है, यस नो कुछ भी हो, एग्जीक्यूट करो. अभी कुछ तो नहीं बोल रहे और मैं क्या समझी? Soumya understood? Siddhant understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So execute this program. तुम लोग जब इसका ये लोगे ना वेरिएबल लोगे, ये कार्ड टाइप्स मत लिखो, क्योंकि प्रोग्राम में कहीं पे स्मॉल करोगे, कहीं पे कैपिटल करोगे, इसको कुछ अलग नेम से ले लो, सिटी नहीं तो ले लो, और कुछ या सी खाली ले लो। ठीक है, ये कार्ड टाइप्स मत लिखो। टाइपिंग करते वक्त ध्यान नहीं रहेगा ना किसको स्मॉल रखना है, किसको कैपिटल रखना है। अटेंडेंस नहीं दे रहा है। सोम्याश्री,
Yes, ma'am.
अनुष्का,
Yes, ma'am.
दीपाशा,
Present, ma'am.
आयुष, अनीश, शुभम,
Present, ma'am.
सौम्या, अभिजीत,
Present, ma'am.
अभिषेक,
Present, ma'am.
रोशन, फाल्गुनी,
Present, ma'am.
प्रज्योत,
Present, ma'am.
अंगना,
Present, ma'am.
अनिकेत, अनिशा,
Present, ma'am.
संचाली,
Present, ma'am.
शताब्दी,
Present, ma'am.
सिद्धांत,
Present, ma'am.
अर्नव,
Present, ma'am.
अर्नव दत्त,
Present, ma'am.
अर्पिता, Arnab Dutt, you had many doubts in offline classes. In online classes, you don't have any doubt. ऑनलाइन में क्या पूरा साइलेंट? अर्पण?
No, ma'am. No, no doubt.
नो डाउट, ओके। अर्पण, दिया किरण,
Present, ma'am.
गीतिका, हर्षित। अब मैं अभी इसको बंद कर रही हूँ, जो रेस्पॉन्ड करेगा उसी का ही मैं खाली अटेंडेंस दूंगी। अभी मुझे कुछ दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है। करो। मानस, कमलेश,
Present, ma'am.
तस्मीक,
Yes, ma'am.
शशांक,
Present, ma'am.
मेहुल।
प्रेजेंट मैम।
मेहुल, तुम क्लास में रहते हो?
यस मैम।
कभी तो प्रोग्राम करके नहीं दिखाते हो।
आप पूछते नहीं आप।
मैं पूछती नहीं, जो बोलते हैं उनको पूछती हूँ। इतना मंकी टाइपिंग किया ऑफलाइन क्लास में, फिर क्या फास्ट करके नहीं दिखाते हो?
आगे से दिखा दूंगा मैम।
ठीक है। संजोग, जो जो इंटरैक्ट करते हैं मैं उनसे बात करती हूँ, जो नहीं करते हैं फिर भी मैं बुलाती हूँ। कभी कभी नाम देख के कोई रेस्पॉन्ड भी नहीं करता है। तुम्हारा नाम तो मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी बुलाया था, तुमने रेस्पॉन्ड नहीं किया। अभिलाषा,
Present, ma'am.
संबित,
Present, ma'am.
अंकित,
Present, ma'am.
निश्चय,
Yes, ma'am.
प्रीति,
Present, ma'am.
राजेश,
मैम।
रक्तिम। ये वाला प्रोग्राम करके दिखाओ मेहुल।
यस मैम।
रौनक,
Present, ma'am.
पुष्पेंद्र,
Present, ma'am.
आदित्य,
Present, ma'am.
ऋतिक,
Present, ma'am.
रोशन।
Yes, ma'am.
आज ऋतिक रोशन दोनों प्रेजेंट है, नहीं तो मैक्सिमम टाइम ऋतिक प्रेजेंट रहता है, रोशन नहीं तो रहता, या रोशन रहता है ऋतिक नहीं रहता। शहनवाज,
Present, ma'am.
शहनवाज भी पूरा साइलेंट रहता है। अनिमेश साहू,
प्रेजेंट मैम।
अनिमेश प्रोग्राम करछो?
हाँ हाँ।
କରିକି ତାପରେ କଣ କରୁଛ, ଶୋଇ ପଡୁଛ?
ନା ଲାପଟପ୍ ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ରହୁନି, ମାନେ ଭଉଣୀ ୟୁଜ କରୁଛି ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ।
ତମେ କଣ କରୁଛ? ମୋବାଇଲ?
ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଲାପଟପ୍। हाँ हाँ।
शुभम कुमार,
Present, ma'am.
वैभव, सचिन।
Yes, ma'am.
सचिन भी पूरा चुप रहता है। शुभजीत,
Yes, ma'am.
सुप्रीति,
Yes, ma'am.
सूरज,
Present, ma'am.
शुभम पटनायक,
Yes, ma'am.
श्वेता,
Present, ma'am.
उदित नारायण,
Present, ma'am.
पुरुष,
Present, ma'am.
पुरुष, are you doing the programs?
Yes, ma'am.
विवेक,
Present, ma'am.
विवेक ये वाला प्रोग्राम हो गया?
Yes, ma'am.
तुम लोग करते हो तो रेस्पॉन्ड करो, या चैट में लिखो या हैंड रेस करो, कुछ तो करो, 2-4 बस वही करते हैं। अंजलि,
Yes, ma'am.
सत्यव्रत, आदित्य नारायण, रोहन, चितवंत,
Yes, ma'am.
अनन्या, अनिमेश,
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am, present.
कौन? अनन्या,
Ma'am, Ananya.
अंशुमन, श्रुति कीर्ति, आयुष,
Present, ma'am.
निखिलेश,
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, Soumya present.
हाँ प्रेजेंट डाल दिया।
Okay, ma'am.
हो गया दिस प्रोग्राम कंप्लीटेड?
Tanisha.
हाँ सॉरी।
मैम रक्तम चिल्लस।
तुमने रेस्पॉन्ड तो किया था? नहीं किया था?
नहीं मैम।
Okay, Mehul, you share your screen. Mehul, have you done the program?
Yes, ma'am.
Share.
Oh, is it visible, ma'am?
You have to increase the font size. Eclipse है ना, कंट्रोल प्लस से। हाँ
कर दिया मैम, दिख रहा है?
हाँ दिख रहा है। ओके, टाइप किए है, कॉपी पेस्ट किए?
टाइप किया मैम, देख के मतलब।
हाँ ओके, यू हैव टेकन 2 केसेस ओनली?
हम 3 केसेस है।
तो 2 लाइन आ रहा है आउटपुट में।
वो थोड़ा फॉन्ट बड़ा है ना, ये रहा 3। अच्छा ओके। So clear how to use enum type variables or enum type? यस
Okay, stop chat. So these are some advantages of enum listed below are some important benefits of using enum for extending a set of constant values. Enums offer excellent safety when you want to ensure that the correct type of data will be available in particular variable. Okay, means once you means these values are constant. Okay, so in that regard, it is saying it is excellent. Enum offers variable possible to traverse your Java enums providing excellent functionality. Okay, so this one, it is possible to traverse your Java enums. So this one, it is actually saying there is enumeration interface. Okay, so in that interface, we are using to traverse the values enum type. So I think if it is in your generic class in the chapter 13, then we'll discuss this point. As shown in the example, enum objects are perfect for use in switch cases. Okay, like here we are using in switch cases different cases, different card type. Okay, similarly, suppose you are using months, January, February, March, and regarding that month, if you want to write something, suppose the season name, if you want to write, okay, winter, summer, all those. So those are predefined, like in your for college automation, for computer science branch, if you want to write something, the strength of the department or any information regarding those. So for that you can use in cases, switch cases. Okay, so that's what it is saying here. Then it is possible to have various constructor methods and fields that represent an enum. Okay. Enum are perfect for implementing interfaces. So this one we'll see. However, they do not perform extension and therefore offer programming safety. Okay, as enum constant, these are the final. Okay, so that you can't extend, but you can implement. Enums are perfect for implementing interface. In interface, you can use it, but you can extend all this. Wrapper class we discussed already. Unboxing, auto boxing, unboxing, that also we discussed. And this program, you know this type of syntax? So these things, so we are going to discuss in your chapter 13. Okay, yes sir. Then there is operator. Okay, operators, types of operators. So you know what are the operators: binary, unary, binary, ternary. Okay. So in operators, it is showing the assignment operator. Then assignment operator, using this you can use you can do the literal assignment. Okay, like the constant values you can assign, expressions you can assign. Okay. So here it is showing the example. 10 is the integer type and byte is lower than that integer type, but using assignment it will automatically convert this integer type to byte type. And you can also explicitly convert this one as using assignment operator. It will automatically doing this conversion. But if you want to explicitly do it, then you can write the typecasting within this as parenthesis byte 10. So it will convert this 10 to byte. It will say A. So here the same type of example, it is showing that this is your int A10. Then you are assigning this a integer type to long type. Okay. Then in the second example, it is your float type. Then you are converting float type to this integer type. Okay. So when you are converting float to integer type, then you will lose this fractional part. So that's what it is saying here. Okay, now you execute this one. Execute this one. Int A equal to 10.00. tell me the error and why this error is coming.
Compiler will take it as decimal value and int hold only integer.
Yes. So it should do automatically, na? आज
It will not immediately come. You have to execute it.
Yes. Okay. So when you are doing hybrid, like you are converting to integer, higher value should be displayed at 200.
Not come to the minus 120. So 200 will become like it will go to 200, 128, the max value, and then it will again start from that minus, 127, and then it will start from minus 128. So subtracting from there, we will get the final answer minus 56.
All of you understood this point? Answer will be your minus 56. So how it is minus 56, all of you understood? चुप बैठोगे तो फिर मैं समझ लूंगी कि सबको समझ में आया है. So next, come to the next. Object assignments. Okay, so few things are left. Object assignment, then arithmetic operators. Okay, then your unary operator, equality relational operator, instance of. So this one I'll explain, and unary also I'll explain, plus plus minus minus. I'm just think what are the things left in this chapter. Logical operators. Okay, in logical, I think you know, but
shifting operator, I'll tell you. Left shift, right shift, logical operators, ternary operator, bitwise bit shift operators. This one I'll tell you. And expressions, control flow, loops, if statement. Okay. Branching. Okay, so I think this much is there in this class, in this chapter. Okay. So I think in the next class we'll complete this chapter and we'll start your chapter 13. Okay. So in this chapter mainly the things are there. One is your tertiary operator, that is a unary operator, that is that how the increment, decrement. So there is something confusion is there. And other is your shortcut method in logical operator while we are doing and or, how it is done. Okay, if one part is done, in case of your and operator, the second part is not required to evaluate. All those things are there, and an operator is your instance of operator. So something those are very important in this chapter, that will discuss this bitwise shifting operator, how it do the left shift, right shift, all this. So we'll discuss this in this next class, and we'll start your chapter 13. So now the time for your quiz. So here is your quiz link. Appear for the quiz. 1 minute left. Quickly submit. I'm going to deactivate the link.
मैम क्विज एंड होने के बाद और स्कोर नहीं है क्या?
मेल कर देती हूँ ना.
यस मेल तो आ जाता है.
हाँ, तो इसके बाद स्कोर नहीं दिखाती हूँ क्योंकि एक को पता चल गया तो 4 out of 5 है, रॉन्ग है तो बाकी सब.
हाँ.
Okay, so I'm going to deactivate the link. 56 response 56 यहाँ पे 56 57. अरे बा टोटल 56 है, मतलब 56 मतलब 54. अभी 58 हो गया. Okay, I'm deactivating. Okay, so I have released your score. You may check your mail. So answers you know, okay. So from your okay, I'm quickly telling you the answer. First one is string is class. Then which of this method, that is char at, where A is capital. Okay, C small, A capital. Then which that is your equals, and which is incorrect. Incorrect is string in Java are mutable, and string class can be inherited. It is true or false. It is false. Okay, so these are the answers, and your time is over now, so you may leave. Thank you.
Ma'am,
हाँ Abhijit.
string is object or class?
Class.
But
We are declaring. See, it is a class. That's why we can create the object
yeah,
of
ma'am,
that
that's
one.
but
I have shown you the signature of the string class, na? That
yes,
is,
ma'am. I accept that. That in Java programming, string object, but Java platform provides class. String documents say that.
yes. Just a second. Here I have written string is
Yes, ma'am.
so that means what?
That means it should be object, I think, because in the Oracle documentation, it is clearly written that in Java programming language, strings are objects.
See, these are few things which are confusing, but it is declared.
But follow Oracle documentation, correct?
No, see, these are string. See, like array. Okay, array.
Yeah.
We are saying string are string array class. These are non-primitive. Okay, and we are saying array are the objects. Okay, but
Yes.
we are saying string are the classes. There is some difference. Now, why we are not considering array as the classes?
String. We can use string as a classes because Java provides us the feature to use string as class. But on the separate basis, on string are said to be object. Strings are object. It follows the property of object. We can use it as class. That's a different thing.
See, what I'm saying, class is existing. That's why you can use string as one object. Okay. If string class is not there, then how can you use string as the object? I'm not saying that string is not an object. Okay. You can say string is the object, you can say string as the class, but priority is string is the class. That's why you can use string as the object.
Yeah, Java platform provides us that feature. Okay, ma'am.
Don't compromise. Okay.
No, ma'am. Actually, the thing is कि we follow.
Understand the thing. Okay. I'm not saying, see, in somewhere
No, that
also.
both thing is correct, but the but the thing is कि we follow.
See, in the same book also you can find where you have written string, where it is written string as the class. In that same book also it is written string is the object. Okay,
Exactly,
that's
that's the
the
thing.
slide I have shown you. In that slide I have written the string class predefined in the bracket. In the second line I have written string object. Okay,
Yeah.
so both way it is used, string class, string object. But basically when we ask that, we are writing string objects are immutable. String objects are immutable means what? String class objects are immutable.
Yes.
Okay, so when we create object of the string class, like string builder, is it object or class?
String builder is object.
String
No, it's
buffer
class.
is object. String buffer is object or class?
Buffer, I think it's.
How it is string buffer will be object?
It's meaning. It's
See, we can create the string of string buffer creates string object, string builder creates
string buffer is a class. Both string buffer and string builder, I think both are said to be class. But string also provides us the feature of class.
See, what I am saying, you can create string object using 3 classes. Okay, you can create string object using 3 classes. One is a string class, another one is a string buffer class, another one is a string builder class. String buffer also creates string object, string builder creates string object, string class creates string object. As the name is string, that's why confusion is there. Like there is string buffer, string builder. If there is a class name, suppose instead of simply string class name, the class name would be string immutable. Let's say, okay, let's say string buffer, string builder, string immutable, 3 classes. Then there is no confusion. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So the way how can you create the string object using these 3 classes: string class, string buffer class, string builder class. So as the first class name is string, what is the string object? We are saying string object, and that the name is string. Okay, that is the confusion here. String.
That's the programming fundamentals. But the thing is, if anybody asks us that what is string, then the question arises. We have to
then if he is or who is asking is not satisfied with it is a class or object, then you have to ask what in which sense you are asking, whether, because we have these 3 classes: string class, builder, string class, string builder class, string buffer class. But if it is whatever the objects we are creating, that we are also saying string objects. Okay, so but when we are writing S capital string is a class or object, so that is a class. In my question also I have written S capital string is a class or object, that is a class. Okay. So object. So if in your interview they are not convinced that how string is a class, then you have to convince your point, like if it is so, then it is an object. If it is so, this is a class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Got
Okay.
it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. You may leave now.